Hello and welcome to Women's World on OSRC Television. My name is Jane Aino. Today on the program, we will be celebrating women as well as taking a look at the challenges women face, especially women at the age of 50 and above. Don't go away, I'll be right back after this time out. Welcome back. Every age comes with wisdom and its challenges. Women at the age of 50 and above, they're mostly concerned about how they look, how many wrinkles they have, and how young they appear. Even though we have some few women who are 50 and are still glowing and fabulous, and you almost ask them, have they stopped age? When you ask some of these women their greatest fear, most of them say, well, their greatest priority is their health, staying healthy, and also the strength and the ability to do what they usually do. Today on the program, I have such women on the program with me. Mrs. Abiodun Fowowe Temitope, welcome on the program.
Thank you.
You are 50 now, and you're still looking beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
What do you think are the challenges women of your age face?
You see, being 50 to women is like you are attaining a beautiful part of your years. In fact, some people call it welcome to the elderly world. So it's an excitement for every woman to attain that age.
Okay.
You are entering the elders forum, as you know, we're calling it in our culture. So, but as much as the excitements are, so also we have the challenges. You see, as you have said earlier,
just like the main focus.
Just like the main focus. Yeah, that's why I said I want to express the excitement that we have in attaining the age of 50. But it comes with its challenges. Challenges as I've been looking so good before. Will I be able to maintain that? Will I be able to do all the course, all the walkabouts and everything? So many things. Our health. So many things are involved. But specifically, I want to, put it in three forms, the challenges. We have the freedom challenge.
Okay, freedom in what sense?
Freedom, yeah, that you now seems that you'll be so much free. Because at the time you attain the age of 50, there's no issue of looking after any child or the children. Most of them have attained their own age of independence. So they want to be on their own. So you don't have your aches and pains on looking at when will you come back from school? What is he going to eat? All this and that.
Yeah.
Most women, even at the age of 50, if they start working early, they might have even retired from work.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we still have women who are 50 and are retired?
Yeah, that have retired.
And that was when they country.
So you now have a lot of time to yourself.
Okay.
You are free to do so many things. There is a challenge. Then at the age of 50, you like I told you, you felt you have attained, the elder
now,
forum.
Being free, how is that a challenge when you have the time for yourself?
When you have the time, if you have all the time to yourself now, you don't know what to use with the time. Okay. Because before you are so busy, children issue, work issue, home issues, they are there. They take most of your time. But now that they are no longer there, what do you do with it? That's the challenge, and which we really need to look at. Another one is looking at yourself as if you are no longer useful to yourself, in the sense that you have been working before, maybe you have been doing so many things before, you can no longer do it. Then what do you do with that thing you can no longer do? It's a challenge to you, which you really need to cope with if you really want to live longer than 50. And the another challenge is the area of, which I want to say, coping with much things you have accrued to yourself. For instance, maybe before you are 50, you have a lot of, you are blessed, you have a beautiful, very big houses. duplex, story buildings, and now you are 15. The health challenge might also come in. Are you getting me now? To maintain such things you have accrued to yourself before you are 50 is a challenge. You know, the ages between 30 and 40, that when we hustle,
Yeah,
you
you have the
do a lot of
strength to do
hustling,
anything.
getting things to yourself. Now you have gotten all those things at 50. You want to manage it. That's why you see some people, they are living in a story building before or in a very big compound. They will say, let's move a little bit down.
Okay, because
of the
house-
maintenance,
okay.
the housekeeping, and all those stuff. No longer, children are no longer around you. Most of them are in school or they are married. So who has to do those courses? These are many and so many. And the issue of health is also there. Because as 50 from science, they believe that so many of our organs,
Are weak already.
yeah, not that they are weak, but they are deteriorating. You know, they are not as viable, not functioning as
Which
they
brings
supposed.
about a lot of fear for most
For
women,
most
especially
women.
when they realize that, oh, they say when you're 50,
50, so
you
many
don't
things.
you don't have the
Yeah,
strength to do a lot of things.
exactly.
Okay, now, before we go there, let's talk about the family structure now.
Yeah.
How is the family structure like, especially when you have attained this age?
Like I said before, at 50, you find out that most of the children that are always around you, they are no longer there. Not by death, not by any ill health
they
or
have
whatever.
moved
They
on
have
to-
moved
with their own
on
life.
with their own life. So you have that one to actually look into. Then the husband too, maybe if you are still married, the husband too will be there now. You have most of the time to yourself. The husband might not be able to give you the attention which you actually needed.
Why
when there is no other person
why
distracting
is it
you.
difficult for the man to give you the attention now, since the
You
children
know,
are
men,
away,
you
and
see,
then you have
no,
the time
you
to
see,
yourself?
men by their nature, they are kind of creature that like to go about.
Okay,
Not
so
all
even
men
when they
have
are-
the time
All right.
to sit at home with you. Like when you have your children with you, well, you sit down there, they will sit. But can you tell your husband, sit down there? And
No.
the answer is no. So, and you have gotten such attention, before. But those attention is no longer there, and you have to cope with the man not being around all the time.
What is the adverse effect of this on women?
And that's loneliness.
Loneliness.
Sometimes to some women, depression.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how can they manage this?
yeah.
How can they fill the gap?
In fact, most of the challenges we have discussed are a lot of ways of getting out of them as 50. So, but I think maybe when we get to that bridge, we cross it. We know there are a lot of challenges.
Okay, earlier on you mentioned freedom,
Yeah, I mentioned freedom. as one of
weakness to do some chores in the house and manage, and you also mentioned the maintenance of the big building you've acquired
so
for
many-
yourself,
so many
and then you're not
things,
able to
properties
stay
you have
there
acquired
anymore
to
because
yourself.
of maintenance. You also mentioned health. Let's speak it from
The issue of freedom.
health. Let's speak
Okay,
it
from health.
Yeah. Now,
Okay,
from
you see-
health,
okay.
what are the health challenges women face at this age?
Yeah, from research you find out that, like, when you are anything above 50, your dentine starts to give you issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this applicable to all women at
I
this
think
age?
so. From research, that at least to 70% of women
Oh.
they start having dental issue. So which means, so it's been advised that if you are as 50, if you have not been checking your dentine, you have to be doing it. You have to start doing it so as to assist you in, in getting your teeth set till when you are 120. That's one. Then another thing is that about our, what we take in.
Okay,
Nutrition.
what you eat.
What
Alright.
you eat. You cannot be eating all the sugars, all the fats, all the oils as you are doing before.
In the past.
Yeah, so you have to check it. You really need to see a dietitian, have a
Manage
nutritional
what you think.
table
All right.
or a dietetical table that will enable you to know what you eat or what you not eat. Then one mistake we should not make is that my friend is 50. She used to eat a lot of things like that. I can do so. No, our body composition is different.
Not the same. Okay.
So what I can take, you might not be able to take it. So that is why it is important for you as a person, you have to go for your own. Are you getting me now? So that you'll be able to know what your body can actually take. And so once you're able to regulate all this, then it's also good. This general medical body checkup has to be done at least twice a year. That you go to the hospital, do your general medical checkup. If you have not been doing it before you are 50, as at the time you are 50, you have to take all these things into cognizance.
Okay, you talked about checkup. You have to go for regular checkup for women and all that.
At least twice a
But
year.
I must tell you that 85% or even more than of Nigerians generally, even especially women, because they occupy their time with so many things, they do not go for medical checkup. That's why we have 70% of women who are ill today, especially the blood pressure. A lot of them go through stress, pressure of all kinds, and then. So how do you think we can sensitize women about ensuring that they go for medical checkup always?
Thank God for this kind of a program. It's also a means of telling them. And then we also have some women NGOs, many of them that hold seminars and talks for women, telling them on how to take care of their health, especially when you are 50 and above. It is very, very, very important. When you find out that in our society today, many women, they died. And before you know it, they will ask you what causes it.
They tell you high blood pressure, depression.
High blood pressure. And these are manageable things if we really take.
How can you manage depression in Nigeria? We hardly have any therapists who will even.
Actually, we really have
a lot of we don't see depression as any issue in Nigeria. We don't take it up at all. I must tell you, people don't really think. People go through depression, and then we don't take it to be anything in Nigeria. What do you make of this?
Anyway, I don't know about you saying people don't know whether depression is not so important. I know even in our church settings these days, religious settings, we see women groups that that they will organize talks for them on issue of depression, because it's one of the killing agents of women these days, and we don't need to kill ourselves. So we have a lot of talks, a lot of groups that does that, and women are aware. Many women are
How
aware.
much are women aware of this?
Maybe, I can say about 50%.
Okay, and that's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
Yes.
Anyway, that's not good enough. But then we are still talking to ourselves. We are still talking to ourselves that we should not allow depression to take our lives.
All right, let's talk about maintenance of your house. In the past, we used to have people who want to have big mansions to be noticed that I built this mansion and all that. And you talked about when you attain this age
of hustling,
you will be forced to. You will now realize that house is of no use to you anymore. How can you manage such situation?
Like I said it when I was talking, now you now see that many people, they now look at the big house and decide to reconstruct. We even see some people that they would totally relocate and go to a better place,
smaller place
that they can actually manage. And we also see some people, and as per our African setting and our culture, they get when their own children have left, they bring in children from extended family, that they can
or adopt kids.
Or adopt. These are the ways by which we can help ourselves. But it is better off to really help ourselves. That when you see that this situation, especially when it comes to issue of property and all the things, you cannot handle it. Instead of allowing the property to kill you, I think the best thing is that to let it go. We have people now that they used to sell their properties even when they are alive, because their children will tell them, I don't know why you are keeping these things, so enjoy your money while you are still alive. Sell it off. I will see many of them. We have examples at the tip of our fingers. You will see them, okay, please take this one. We will sell this one. They sell properties to be able to, because you find out at that age you don't need them.
Some of them are actually constructing these buildings because of
to show off
their children for the
That's
children
African mentality,
to
yeah.
inherit those
Actually.
properties. But you now realize that today a lot of the youth, they want to have theirs. They don't want to depend on, because it's like a minus for someone who keeps talking about my father had this. I want to inherit this.
In
People
fact,
don't really care
I
about
don't
the
think it's happening
inheritance
again.
of properties anymore. Okay, so what do you advise the
That's what I'm
coming
saying.
generations about constructing big buildings that have no use to them?
I think we need to wake up from such past and just make sure we behave like the people that colonize us. When you go outside the
Country.
shore of this place, you find out that they don't even own property. They are always on lease.
Yeah.
And by this, I'm telling you, they don't own property. They are always on lease, especially when it comes to issue of structures. I think our youth of these days are also going towards that line. They don't acquire property that will kill them again. They just maintain things that will make them comfortable. And
Yes.
I think that's what we should
Okay.
do.
We should also
Get
imbibe-
things that makes you comfortable, not things at the end of the day you be cracking your brain. What do I do with
How
it?
do I manage it?
Yeah, so that's for the upcoming one. And for those of us that are this generation that still believe in, acquiring properties, for unborn generation, we need to get rid of them. We have people around us that are lacking some things that we are wasting.
Okay.
I want to call it as waste. Those things are waste. We have people that don't have. We can give
Help
that
them.
out to them. Yeah,
Okay.
use it to
And
help
that's
them.
more
So
like
that
service to
it gives more,
humanity.
apart from you having blessing from God, you are also helping yourself,
Self.
because you'll be comfortable and you'll be able to use what you are able to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And render service to humanity too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about your freedom as a woman. You
Yeah.
complain about having too much freedom since the
Then
children
what do
are
you
away
do
and all
with
that.
your time?
What have you
Yeah, a
been
lot
doing
of things we
with
can do with our time. Even at 50, you can go out to learn crafts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
You learn crafts. What you can easily even do at home, that would take much of your
But
time.
you complain about weakness of the body, not having so much strength. Like
Not
you used
at
to have. So how would you?
but don't like as in using your hand. Even if you are working before, you are doing something, you are engaging your intelligence, you are engaging your body to do something. In learning crafts learning will not, give you stress, because you'll be doing it as the time that is convenient for you now.
Okay.
Maybe you have 2 or 3 hours that you feel is wasting. Those 3 hours, you can use them to do some crafts with your hands. Some of us can go to school. I have somebody after retiring after 50, we now went back to school to go and learn art.
That's good.
Just for ourselves to be able to occupy our time. Then we can travel. You can travel, leave
And
where you are
relax.
going to, leave that place, go to another places. You see so many other things you don't have opportunity to see when you are
When you're
hustling.
busy, okay?
Then you have time to relax. You can go for vacation in remote areas, not even traveling out of the country, because I know it might not be able to afford that. But we have a lot of places.
We are not adventurous in nature, and
so you can travel with your time. By the time you travel, you see that you learn new things, you see new things. These things occupies you. Are you getting it now? So we have a lot of things to do with our freedom time.
Okay.
So by the time you learn all this, by the time you come back again, you still engage yourself to things you have learned from somewhere you have gone to, you start practicing it. Then sometimes our freedom time also, we can also use it to help others.
Okay.
We have seen some people being busy with community issues.
That's good.
They are busy with community
I think
issues.
women should even get busy, more
Yes,
busy with community
I'm
issues.
telling you,
Okay.
like we are saying, we have a lot of women that are dying of depression.
Exactly.
No, you that know this, and you have the time, you can
Yes,
call women,
sensitize
bring
others.
women together, start, taking them classes or talks on it.
Yeah, and
then you can
them, encouraging them.
being women that is exposed and the knowledge you have gotten, you can use it to benefit the community in which you belong to. So these are the things we can do with our freedom time.
Let's talk about their sexual life.
Actually,
how's their sexual life like?
And now that they have time to themselves now, women, we are in the issue of sex, we have categories.
Okay.
But I just want to say, to be at the middle. our sexual, that you will need more demand for it. Because
Really?
Yes, because
At
there
your
is
age?
time.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you don't age in sex, so
Okay.
that is the truth.
No,
Now that you have time,
I actually think that women who are aged, they usually don't have, they don't love sex, they don't want to get involved.
It's not like that.
Which is why we have the older men looking for the younger men.
No.
I know. Okay,
No.
tell me about it.
The issue is that you now have time. You now have time for your husband more.
Okay.
And if the husband have the time for you and demand for this, you have time to give it to him.
All right.
That's the thing. So at the level of sex, we now have time to display our love to our husband. That is what it should be.
Okay.
Like I said, when it comes to issue of sex, we have categories. But the middle of
that
it is that
age?
at that age, yeah, you should still be able to give to your husband as he demands. Because nothing keeps you again. In the time of hustling, your job, children
You come home
around,
tired.
come home tired. Husband might demand for sex and say, no, I'm tired. But this time around, no excuse. So the sexual life must flow.
So you keep enjoying yourself.
You enjoy yourself.
Till whenever,
till-
forever.
Yeah. That's how government is, because sex is for marriage.
Women of your age, they usually feel unimportant, possibly because they gain a lot of weight, maybe as a result of so much freedom that they have. What advice do you have for them?
Like I've said earlier, that for women of our age, one of the things we used to do with our freedom time is to help our community. By helping your community, you become much more important, so you cannot feel less important. And another thing is that growing weight, we need to do exercise. Go to gym. Register yourself in a gym place and make sure you do it regularly. And this one will remove, burn most of the fat. And your dieting too will also assist you a lot. Yeah, to remove the plus size.
Okay, Mrs. Abiodun Fowowe Temitope has been my guest on the program today. She's 50, she's looking fabulous. If you're 50, you are very, very important, like she said. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
You're welcome.
Well, that's the bit we have for you in Women's World today. Let's do this again, same time, same station, next week for another beautiful edition of Women's World on OSLC Television. My name is Jane Aino, and it's bye for now.